Hello everyone. Today in this lecture we are going to continue with the prose Apro JRD by Sudha Murthy. Now children, in my last lecture we had seen how Sudha Murthy, she got an opportunity, or you can say she got her first break to work with Tata Motors. It was a very interesting, you can say, incident. Now let's continue with the prose. It was only after joining Telco that I realized who JRD was. Now here the writer is saying that though she had written the letter to JRD here first, but still she did not knew who JRD was till she joined Telco company. The uncrowned king of Indian industry. Why she is telling here that he was the uncrowned king? Because though he was a very successful businessman, he was still very humble and polite person, very down to earth person. Now I was scared, but I did not get to meet him till I was transferred to Bombay. Now what she felt that now when I am appointed as a engineer in his company, it may happen that he might call her and ask her that why she had written the letter and how dare she can write the letter directly to him and all. Though that's why the writer was scared, but she said that she did not meet him till she was transferred to Bombay. First she was in Bombay, first she was in Pune company, that is in Pimpri. But now here when she was transferred to Bombay, that time she came face to face with JRD Tata. Let's see how. One day I had to show some reports to Mr. Mulgaonkar, our chairman, who we call or who we all knew as SM. Means she is saying the chairman of the company at that time, Mr. Mulgaonkar, was known as SM or was called as SM by the employees here. I was in his office on the first floor of Bombay House, the Tata headquarters. The office in Bombay House of Tata company it is here in the Bombay House is the headquarter, you can say. So she was sitting in the she was on the first floor there. When suddenly JRD walked in, there she was to show some you can say reports to the chairman. At that time what happened, suddenly JRD Tata, he walked in. That was the first time I saw Apro JRD. Means she was saying that was the first time when she saw Apro JRD. Apro is the word which means R, and in Gujarati it is called as Apro, which means the person you can say the whom we feel that person is ours. He is very close to us, he is very dear to us. So for that person we use the word term Apro. That was the affectionate term by which people at the Bombay House called him. Means in the people who were doing work in the Bombay House, they always refer to him as Apro JRD. Means he was theirs. I was feeling very nervous remembering my postcard episode. Means she was very nervous now. Now finally we are face to face, both of them, Sudha Murthy and JRD. So now he might ask her about that postcard episode. SF introduced me nicely. J, that's what his close associate called him. This young woman is an engineer and that too a postgraduate. Means the chairman, he very nicely introduced Sudha Murthy to JRD. He called him as J, the person who were very close. People who are very close to him, they used to call him as J also. So he just told her that J, this is young woman and she is an engineer in a company. She is postgraduate. She is the first woman to work on the telco shop floor. Means as I told you, we have seen in the last lecture, no one was allowed to work on the shop floor. No women were allowed to work on the shop floor. But when Sudha Murthy insisted the panel that they should start, otherwise no woman will get opportunity. So she was appointed as the first woman to work on the shop floor. JRD looked at me. Means JRD just looked at Sudha Murthy. I was praying he would not ask me any question about my interview or the postcard preceded it. Means though the thing was the now the chairman has introduced her, JRD is looking at her, but still the same thing was going on in her mind that he might ask her about the postcard incident. Thankfully he did, but he did not ask. Instead he remarked, means he just said something. It is nice that girls are getting into engineering in our country. By the way, what is your name? Means he very nicely, he just said that it was encouraging statement to her. He just said that it is nice that women are getting chance to work as the engineer in our country, and then he just asked her name. When I joined Telco, I was Sudha Kulkarni, sir. I replied, now I am Sudha Murthy. Means he just said that when I joined, I was Sudha Kulkarni, but now as she is married, so now she is Sudha Murthy. He smiled that kindly smile and started a discussion with SM. Means he just smiled at her and he started again a discussion with the chairman. As for me, I almost ran out of the room. Means she was very scared, so he just came out of the room. After that, I used to see JRD on and off. He was the Tata Group chairman and I was merely an engineer. Means that from then onwards, when she was transferred to Bombay, that from then onwards she used to, very frequently you can say, she used to see JRD Tata while coming in the office or going from the office and all. But he was a chairman and she was just an engineer that time. There was nothing that we had in common. I was in awe of him. Means he was a very, you can say, topmost businessman. He was a very big personality and she was just an engineer. So she said we had nothing in common and she was in awe of him. To be in awe of someone means what? To have feeling of respect and either fear or admiration also for the person. One day I was waiting for Murthy, my husband, to pick me up after office. To my surprise, I saw JRD standing next to me. I did not know how to react. Yet again, I started worrying about that postcard. Looking back, I realized JRD had forgotten about it. It must have been a small incident for him, but not so for me. Means here the writer is saying that one day when she was just waiting for her husband to come and pick her up after office hours, that time suddenly she saw that JRD Tata was standing next to her. Again she was very scared and she felt that now he will surely ask her about the postcard incident. But later on she realized that this person JRD Tata has almost forgotten about that incident. For him it must be a very small incident, but for not Sudha Murthy here. Young lady, why are you here? He asked. Office time is over. I said, sir, I am waiting for my husband to come and pick me up. JRD said, it is getting dark and there is no one in the corridor. I will wait with you till your husband comes. I was quite used to waiting for Murthy, but having JRD waiting alongside made me extremely uncomfortable. Means JRD Tata, when he was standing next to her, he just asked her one question that, young lady, why are you here at this time? Office hours are over. Then she said that she was waiting for her husband to come. So he said, now it's getting dark. It's not, you can say, correct, or it's not safe for a lady to wait alone here in the corridor. So I'll wait for you till your husband comes. So she's saying she was very used to wait for her husband to come to pick her up. But that day when JRD was waiting alongside her, it was very uncomfortable for her. I was nervous. Out of the corner of my eye, I looked at him. He wore a simple white pant and shirt. He was old, yet his face was glowing. There wasn't any air of superiority about him. I was thinking, look at this person. He is a chairman, a well-respected man in our country, and he is waiting for the sake of an ordinary employee. Now she's saying when he was waiting alongside of Sudha Murthy, she felt very nervous, and from the corner of her eye, she just looked at him because she did not dare to turn and talk to him. So she just looked at from the one corner of the eye, she just looked at him and she realized that he was such a humble person, such a simple person. Though he is the chairman of such a big company, well-known company, he is a very simple person with he is wearing white pant and shirt. Still his face is very glowing and he is not at all proud of himself that why should I wait for a you can say ordinary employee here. But still, this man is such a well respected person, and he is waiting for her so that her husband comes and she goes safely to her home. Then I saw Murthy and I rushed out. JRD called and said, "Young lady, tell your husband never to make his wife wait again." Means when she saw that her husband had come there, she just went out. She just ran out. But JRD again called her and said that tell your husband that not to make his wife wait again. In 1982, I had to resign from my job at Telco. I was reluctant to go, but I really did not have a choice. I was coming down the steps of Bombay House after wrapping up my final settlement when I saw JRD coming up. He was absorbed in thought. I wanted to say goodbye to him, so I stopped. He saw me and paused. Means in 1982, she had resigned from her job at Telco. She really didn't want to resign, but she had no choice here. And that's why what happened, she just spoke to the chairman, she just finalized everything, and she was coming down the steps. She was coming down the steps, and that time she saw JRD Tata was climbing the steps, and he was just absorbed in something. He was thinking something else. She wanted to say goodbye to JRD Tata, so she stopped. And when JRD realized that this lady is someone is standing or had stopped on the stairs, so he just stood there and he asked something here. Gently he said, "So what are you doing, Mrs. Kulkarni?" That was the way he always addressed me. Means he just asked her that now what are you doing? And he used to always call her Mrs. Kulkarni. "Sir, I am leaving Telco." She's saying, "Sir, I am leaving Telco." "Where are you going?" he asked. "Pune, sir. My husband is starting a company called Infosys and I am shifting to Pune." So she said, "Sir, I am going to Pune. My husband is starting a company named Infosys, so I am shifting there." "Oh, and what will you do when you are successful?" Then he very nicely asked her, "Then what will you do then when you are successful?" Then Sudhamurthy replied, "I don't know whether we will be successful." She said, "I don't know whether we will be successful." So JRD said, "Never start with diffidence." Means diffidence here means lack of self-confidence. He said, "Never start with lack of self-confidence." He advised me, "Always start with confidence. When you are successful, you must give back to society. Society gives us so much. We must reciprocate. I wish you all the best." Means this is very important statement. What he said, you should never start any work with lack of self-confidence, and whenever you are successful, you should give back to society, because society gives us a lot and that we should reciprocate it. And he just wished her best of luck. Then JRD continued walking up the stairs. I stood there for what it seemed like millennium. Means he said he just told me, he just you can say advised me this, and he went away. But Sudhamurthy, she was standing there for a long period of time, and she said that that period of time seemed like a millennium to her. Means it period of 1,000 years. That was the last time I saw him alive. Means it was the last time when Sudhamurthy and JRD Tata, they had a conversation and they met face to face. Many years later, I met Ratan Tata in the same Bombay office, occupying the chair JRD once did. Means after a long period of time, after many years, she met Ratan Tata in the same Bombay office. And that time JRD Tata was not there and Ratan Tata had occupied his chair. I told him of my many sweet memories of working with Telco. Later he wrote to me, "It was nice listening about Jay from you. The sad part is that he is not alive to see you today. Now she is a very successful businesswoman. Their company Infosys is now had grown up a lot. So when she went to meet Ratan Tata and she told about her sweet memories about JRD Tata when she was working with Telco and all. So he also felt very nice and he just wrote a letter to her, stating that it was very nice listening to you about Jay, and though he is not, he's very sad that he is not alive to see how successful she has become now. I consider JRD a great man because despite being an extremely busy person, he valued one postcard written by a young girl seeking justice. Means she said that she really respects JRD Tata because he was a very great man. He has what he has done, though he is a very busy, successful businessman, he is a very busy person, still he valued, he gave importance to a postcard written by a young girl who wanted justice. He must have received thousands of letters every day. He could have thrown mine away, but he didn't do that. Nishi is saying that it was a normal letter, and he must have been getting so many letters, thousands of letters at that time. Why, if he would have not given importance to my letter, nothing she could have done in resistance. But here, though still he valued it, he responded it to her. He respected the intentions of that unknown girl who had neither influence nor money, and gave her an opportunity in his company. As I told you, she, even if he would have not given response nicely to this girl Sudha Murthy here at that time. She could not do anything because she was a normal girl with no money, and also she could not do anything. But still this company responded very positively. They gave her the opportunity to work in their company, and see, now it changed her life. She is now become the owner of the company. She is the co-founder of Infosys company. Close to 50% of students in today's engineering colleges are girls, and now because of the break given by JRD Tata to Sudha Murthy, she is saying now close to 50% students in engineering college are girls now, and there are women on the shop floor in many industry segments, and now women are allowed on the shop floor. I see these changes and I think of JRD, means whatever this opportunity girls are getting in the engineering college and to work on the shop floor and all, it is only because of the opportunity given by JRD Tata to Sudha Murthy. And it was Sudha Murthy's, you can say, insistence. She really insisted the company that they should give women this chance to work there. If at all time stops and asks me what I want from life, I would say I wish JRD were alive today to see how the company we started has grown. Means she's saying if she gets a chance that someone asks her that what you want from life, she would surely say that she wanted JRD alive to see how she has become successful now. He would have enjoyed it wholeheartedly, means he would have become very happy to see Sudha Murthy's success. My love and respect for the house of Tatas remains undiminished by the passage of time. Means the love, the feeling of closeness, the feeling of respect which she has to the house of Tatas can never be undiminished. It can never get spoiled. It can never become less. I always looked up to JRD. She always admired JRD. I saw him as a role model. He was a role model for her, for his simplicity, his generosity, his kindness and the care. Means though he was a very successful person, he was very simple and humble person, very generous person, very kind person, kind at heart and caring person. He took of his employees. He valued all his employees. Those blue eyes always reminded me of the sky. They had the same vastness and munificence. Means she is saying here, those blue eyes of JRD Tata really reminded her of the sky. It shows us how sky is very wide and vast. Munificence means what? Yeah, it is very wide. We have lot of scope. We can reach to the top. In the same way, the eyes has also lot of future thinking, how we can develop and all. So it is really very nice and inspiring, you can say, essay here, prose here, which tells us that how though JRD Tata, though he was a very big businessman, he was very down to earth, humble and very inspirational or influential personality who changed the life of Sudha Murthy here. And Sudha Murthy also we come to know, though she was a normal college going girl, she had a lot of confidence in her and she believed in herself. And that is the reason why what happened, she became successful in her life. I hope you have understood the pros. Thank you.